Hello, and welcome to the Intuitive Messenger channel. My name is Mitchell Osborn. You can find me at mitchellosborn.com, and also you can find me at YouTube under Intuitive Mitchell if you search there. So I'm doing this as a response to Simon from the Hermit's Cave, or Cybri, as I learned today. His nickname is, I couldn't remember the other nickname, but he also said don't start using it because he didn't want to have to deal with that. It was a childhood nickname. But this is the tarot. So it's get to know your tarot tubers, and the hashtag is hashtag TarotTubersAtoZ. So I've got to answer 26 questions, and I really love what Simon did today. He is such a gentle soul. I love watching his videos. He has got such a kind, caring, beautiful heart. He runs an amazing Facebook page as well, The Hermit's Cave. So let me dive into this because I'm not usually too long of a person. Well, I do talk a lot. And he even said the same thing I feel. Whenever I do like a live, I get distracted with people's comments. So I'm glad I'm doing this pre-recorded and then sending it out there. So the first one, A. What is my age? I will be 54 on March the 14th of 2020. So I'm recording this on just the full moon is about to happen on February 9th, 2020. So in a little over a month, I will be 54, born in 1966. Favorite book, B for book. So my favorite book, I thought about this as I was watching this driving to my family's home for my nephew's birthday. And I gotta say, you can see all my books back here, and I've got books on metaphysical, psychic, tons of animal communication books because I do that. Lots of psychic books, lots of tarot books. But I think the one that I kept coming back to was Conversations with God, Neil Donald Walsh. And it was kind of like around maybe 2008 or 9. And I started studying all things metaphysical in like 1999, the last month of 1999, so at the turn of the century. But that book hit me, and it was really interesting to read. It brought me into a very comfortable place of people who channel work. Since then, one of my good friends, Paul Selleck, has done a lot of the Book of Knowing, the Book of Love. But Neil Donald Walsh's book, Conversations with God, and the subsequent books were also, I was there. So if you hear that noise, that is Bartolomeo, and he may come walking in right here. He's my cat, who usually comes and sits with me. I don't have his chair readily available. It's usually right beside me, but you may see him wander in. He's meowing loud. So C, which is career. So first of all, the one you wanted to have when you were a kid, and the one you actually have. I can sum it up pretty easily. I wanted to be Ricky Martin. Now, I know when I was a kid, Ricky Martin was not the super sensation, but that's like the career actor, singer, just this, Latin dance guy. It's like that probably would have been the career on stage with a microphone. I used to see myself as a kid standing there with just a microphone with thousands of people in front of me. Now, the career I've had for 32 years, I've been in fitness. I started teaching group exercise classes. Thank you, Jane Fonda and Cindy Crawford. I teach Les Mills' program. I currently just teach one program right now, Body Step, but I've done Body Flow or Body Balance if you're in the other parts of the world. I taught Body Attack, CX Works, Body Pump. I did cycle. I did, yoga stuff. I did all of that, but Step has always been at my heart because that was like the biggest craze when I started in the late 80s. But I am a fitness manager, so that's what I do now full-time, which I love. And then my part-time work is reading tarot cards, communicating with animals alive and crossed over, and doing mindfulness transformation using eye movement therapy, NLP, hypnosis, and tapping and things like that, EFT. So there's where I am. So D is dream. So this is, and I think Simon had a struggle with this as well. So for me, like, what would my dream be? I think when I heard him speak, I think I thought this, and that is that all my bills and everything that I have to put money to would all be taken care of, and I could just wake up, and whoever needed me to read their cards, I could read their cards. Whoever needed me to connect with their animals, I could just say, oh, you need me? Okay, let me go over here. Not have to plan things on a calendar and accept money and give money and take money, but just, just flow through life without the worry of that construct of money and earning it and paying it out. I think that would be like a dream kind of existence for me. Now, E, essential item. Simon did say this, and I'm going to echo it my phone, and mainly because it is my connection. It is how I reach out to people. It is where people reach out to me, and I can quickly pull a card and help and minister to them. But that definitely is, one of my biggest kind of essentials. And then my relationship with my husband is very, very important as well. We've been together 13 years, so it's very essential. Now, my favorite, F is for favorite RWS deck. And I've got it right here. It would be The Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. I love it. Judgment card is on the bottom. And that's my essential deck. I love it. It's what I read with professionally. I hardly ever read with anything else. I have 100 plus, maybe about 120 decks. So I'm not a full collector, but I do have a few. But yeah, that's the main one. That would be my main one. So that was F. So gold or silver? G is gold or silver. Which would I prefer? Silver. Gold has always, for some reason, I know it's more expensive and more valuable, but it always to me looked cheap. And I just love silver. I'm a silver hair. Even before I had silver, when I was younger, I had like a silver chain or two. So definitely silver for me. I don't know. I just like the way it looks. Height. I was surprised, Simon, if you're watching, I was very surprised you are 6'4". I am 6'1". Most people think I'm 6'2", but I'm 6'1", so that's my height. Ideal day. This was easy for me. Usually I'm waking up at 5 a.m. because I've got an 18-and-a-half-year-old dachshund, and I'm the one that gets out of bed and feeds him and brings coffee to my husband. So I wake up at 5 o'clock. By 6 o'clock, I'm in this red chair right back there meditating, and Bartolomeo, the cat, usually lays on my chest, meditates with me. I do mindfulness meditation. And then I would sit down at this computer and do like 1 or 2 videos, a daily, a weekly video. And then I would have a banana and head to a Starbucks and get some dark coffee with a little raw sugar and have a book. And I would sit there and read for a while and have some lunch. And then I would come home about 3 o'clock, and my husband and I would go to an early movie about 4 o'clock. This is usually a Saturday. This is usually what Saturday is. I usually do have a client or two, but this is the ideal day. We'd go see an early movie, and then we'd grab dinner, and we'd be home about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and we'd sit on the couch and watch TV till about 9:30 or 10 o'clock and go to bed. That would be my ideal day. So, joke. I don't have... You'll find more about my humor, but I think one of my favorite jokes that I love is, and I don't mind getting up on stage and putting a microphone in my hand. So a lot of times if I'm in a crowd that can handle it, I'll walk up to the mic and I'll, the old testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. I walk up and this is the joke. Testes, 1, 2, 3. It's what I do. I don't know if you found it humorous or not. You have to let me know. If you thought it was stupid, you can say thumbs down on the stupid. So let's see. Kids, no kids. Bartolomeo cat, Sebastian cat, indoor, both of them. Sheldon indoor cat. Jade outdoor cat that my husband claims, and Frank neighborhood cat that we kind of feed and claim. So those are kind of our kids. We've also had Tiffany and Lovita, which were Pomeranians. We had at separate times, and another cat, Toby. So our animals are furry and 4-footed. So no kids. Living arrangements. I live with my husband. We have a really beautiful home that my husband likes to entertain in. For me, the home is my sanctuary. So that's my living arrangements. In Orlando, Florida, near Disney World, where 65 million tourists come a year. So that was living arrangements. Marseille deck. Don't really have a favorite. I don't really read with them. I think this is probably the closest. This is like a kind of a collector's edition. There's the bottom that you can see. I got it in Milan, Italy. But yeah, I don't really read with Marseille. If I do, it's just I read it like it's Rider Waite. I like more imagery and things like that. So sorry for you, Marseille people. I never got there, and I've never read any of the books on it. Not my thing, but every other tarot book I've pretty much read. Nicknames. You cannot use this nickname unless you are under the age of 18. For some reason, when I was younger, my dad called me Peach. Peach, like the fruit. And he's like, hey, Peach. Now my nieces and nephew somewhere along the line, and they're grown, they're in their 20s, they call me Peachy. So that would be my only nickname that I want to share online. Oracle. Now, Oracle, the Alice Wonderland deck. Alice the Wonderland. This deck blows me away time and time again. Also, I love the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck by Bernadette King. That's a beautiful one. An Oracle of Vision. So I'm sorry I said 3. And relationship status, I am married. We've been together 13 years. Just celebrated our 13th year together. Married 4 of those years. 5 of those years? 5 of those years. No, 4. 4 of those years. Been together 13. Because we did 9 years as boyfriends, a complete cycle. And then we got married on the same day we met. So that completed the cycle. And now we're in the cycle of marriage. So let's see. Passion. Let's see. Oracle. Passion. Wait a minute, what did I miss? I jumped. Oh my gosh, I jumped from Oracle to relationship. So I skipped passionate about. I am passionate about coaching people, because as a coach, you don't do the work for them. You believe that they have all of the answers within them. And that's what I do as a tarot person. I'm like the cards and you, and let's find out and let's coach you. So I'm very passionate about coaching people, being their cheerleader, and growing. Sometimes it's almost obsessive how much I read and I grow. Quote. So Q is quote. I do not know it verbatim because it's a very long one, but it's Marianne Williamson's quote about who are you not to shine your light? Who are you not to be brilliant? I think it's from either her book Return to Love. I know Nelson Mandela often got credit for quoting it, but he was reading from her book. But it's one of those where it's like, be brilliant, be bright, be amazing. Don't dim your light because you might make other people feel less than. Shine your light, and then it gives us, the ability and the confidence to shine our own light. It's like I said, it's a very long quote. You can search it or email me and I'll find it for you. I already said relationship status. I jumped ahead. Sorry. Season. What is my favorite season? I live in Orlando, Florida, so pretty much we're always kind of like a summer season. Like today, we're in the middle of winter and it was like sunny and 73 degrees. So I do like kind of summer sun, weather. Tarot, the first and last. So the last one I got was, I don't know where I put it. Oh, Queer Community Tarot just came in the mail from Jake Ryan. I just did an unboxing of the video. Unboxing video of that. The first one I got, I don't remember, and there's a story behind that. So brace yourself, people. I come from a very conservative background, Nazarene church. I threw myself into the Nazarene church at 21, and I had a tarot deck in 1999 or whatever. And I remember I had a bad day, and I was trying to figure out, why is my life so bad? What's going on? And I said, it's the tarot deck, because I still was in that stage of thinking it might be of the devil. And I remember throwing the deck away. I've since apologized to that deck, and I believe in my heart somehow, some way, someone who needed that deck, it got into their hands. I hope so. But I don't remember what it was because I wasn't into it. But after that, I would say probably the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti started my Ciro Marchetti love and journey. But yeah, I think the Gilded Tarot was that. And now I think it's Gilded Royale or Tarot Royale. I think it has a different name now. So that's the first and last. Upset. What upsets you most? Probably the thing that pious people, usually people who are wealthy, who think they're better than others, and usually because of their wealth or just because of what they have, that can really get me upset. Yeah, that's one that gets me upset. And rage, when their rage gets the best of them. A good example of this is and it was a movie, but it was a movie, oh my gosh, with, I I think it was with Jordan Sparks. I think it was Sparkle or something. But she had like 3 sisters, and one of the sisters was in an abusive relationship. And I'll never forget, the 2 sisters are there, and the husband is there, and he starts wailing on one of the sisters. And I remember I almost had to get out of the chair and leave. Like, I can watch movies that are blood, guts, violence, killing, but the moment it's like that aggressive rage beat, I was like, oh, this is too hard to watch. And a lot of videos that show that, and especially nowadays with, you can capture a video of people going crazy. It's hard for me to watch. I usually don't watch that. So that's what I would say upsets me. Those vlog, one that you're most proud of, one that I think has it has like 8,000 or something views on it. I did a Lionsgate on 8/8 like 2008. So that was quite a few years ago. Somebody asked me to do that video specifically, and I tapped in and kind of channeled and did that work. But that video it's got the most. What I'm most proud of, that's the most popular, I should say. What I'm most proud of is that I'm at like 250 million minutes watched for the last, I think I started in 2008. So we've been about 12 years of doing videos, thousands of videos out there, because I used to do one every single day. And that's one thing I'm proud of, is like for the first 2.5 years, I did a video every single day. And even when I went on vacation, I had them pre-canned, where I literally could find Wi-Fi in Europe and click and send it. So I was proud of that consistency. That's what I would say I'm most proud of. My weakness, I'm going to say Latin men. What's my weakness? Men. Hey, that's probably what I would say. X-rated moments. Tell us something naughty you've done. This is a hard one, because the things I would consider naughty might actually be kind of like against the law, and I'm not going to put it out there for people to hear. I'm not as naughty as you think I might be, but I'm not a conservative either. I'm just like, I think Simon talked about going skinny dipping or something. I'll never forget, at a Central Florida college campus in my underwear. This is back when I drank, because I'm 28 years clean and sober. But I remember, skinny dipping in the underwear, jumping off things, screaming and yelling in the middle of the night. But yeah, not a lot of naughty stuff out there. And I wouldn't mind sharing, but just not too much naughty. Okay, here's one. At a theme park, on the way out, my then boyfriend and I, right on the way out, there was, like a bathroom. It was like a family bathroom, and we went in there to change our clothes, because it was like a water park and stuff like that. And we had some sex in there. So real quick, because we could do it. That would be naughty. All right. So, yesteryear, the why is yesteryear, your favorite year so far, and why? So I alluded to it a little earlier, but December of 1999, my world started changing. That's when I felt I was ready to come out of the closet, where I felt my spirituality and we all had come to an agreement. I felt like God's voice was telling me it's okay, which when I was deep in the church, that voice was the Holy Spirit. And now it was just spirit. It was who I connect with as a channel. So I would say the last month of 1999 through 2000, because it's like I was 13 years old again, just, discovering life and feeling more free than ever. So yeah, probably the last month of 1999, and then pretty much all of 2000 was a great year. And then Zen for Z. What do you do to relax and stay calm? Like I said, that red chair every morning I meditate in, but probably more important, a book at a Starbucks with a cup of coffee, just chilled out and reading, knowing that I have an hour, 2 or 3 to just be there. And then driving. As a kid, I would get in my car and drive and listen to music. That was a very Zen moment for me. But now it's meditation in the chair or a good book at Starbucks. So, and a hot cup of coffee, black, dark as it can be, almost burnt, with a little bit of raw sugar. So, all right, there's my A to Z. I'm putting it out there. So it went longer than I thought I would. So Simon, thank you for all that you are doing. And if you watch this, thanks for watching to this far. Subscribe to my channel if you want. Click that little bell so you'll get a notification when I upload a video, which I do every week. And then when I do my live sessions for animal communication and mindfulness on Sunday nights, you'll get that notification when I upload it as well. All right. Namaste. Thank you. Bye-bye.